Folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys off to a slow start, looking for their first win after 2 straight losses to start the year. Settled in, folks. Brandon Garden, Charles Davis. Should be a fun one. And we are underway through the Florida rain here in Jacksonville. And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 71 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charlie. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
In motion right, that's Dell. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Down to the 25. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 7.
Here we go, let's go.
Now it's Mixon running right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Stroud. They'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, That's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
On red.
On the ground, here's a fourth-round pick from April's draft. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Lawrence will throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They've lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. To about the 35, 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now Stroud. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Red on red. Darn it.
They go play action now. Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Go, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Smith to return it. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Stroud completes this out wide. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Here we go.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
On the quick, right?
And Stroud now to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
All right.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to stretch out their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The Jaguars at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Right, let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Hey, at the 36-yard line.
Hey, Soko.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
14 yards.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a first down.
Jaguars, first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jags are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Dances by him. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
All right.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this out just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Stroud looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Stroud working out of the gun. This goes out wide for Mixon. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Tony, tonight.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Fairbairn able to put this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
All right.
Stroud will try and run it. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
All right. 118.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. C.J. Stroud with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
His kick is good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man, that's Hunter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey. 11. Silver.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and it seems a little bit... trying to complete passes.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
Stroud out of the gun here. Got a man. It's Collins complete. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7. At the 22-yard line.
Final play of the half. Stroud. Quick slant caught by Kirk. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Halftime coming up. Let's get you. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
That's good.
Thanks for 24.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now hand off to Bigsby. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Second and goal.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Gets past one man. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Stroud. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
On the red. Hey, Soko, high.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Crosby. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Jaguars first down.
Hey,
First
Ryan.
and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 8-yard line.
Hey, go.
Lawrence will throw. He's into the secondary. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then on the blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4.
On the quick, right?
The tight end in motion right. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
A loss of 6 yards.
And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm willing to score that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Rip, 23.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jaguars first down.
Hey, Lion.
First and 10 at the
Here's Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ginger,
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
30 left. Inside. Here we go.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Red on red.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, run!
Lawrence on the sneak. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Hey, go,
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, easy, route.
Turton going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Allen, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Little on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out comes Houston. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. That's a pretty strong running there. He's going to take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better than partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Oh, right.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second and 6. Inside handoff to Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's
touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. And this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a give to Bigsby. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Now Stroud. Dancing to his left. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Running left, it's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. This crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Stroud. Finding Schultz. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Mixing up the middle.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Stroud to throw it. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk, 48 yards. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So here now Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 7. A little over 80 ticks to go. Back to throw. Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. Here comes second down at 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here's Lawrence. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Hey, Lyle.
A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Lawrence. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Hey, Rob.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Hey.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
A man over the middle, and it's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Hey, go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here's 1st and 10.
Oh,
Here's Stroud.
complete. It's Jordan. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First down, Houston.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. Look at the juke. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Houston set to take over. They have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. First throw of overtime, Stroud. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Stroud to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2. From midfield now, Lawrence. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
This will be caught by Brown. He's corralled, but now before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Allen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jaguars have won the game.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for Jacksonville, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the sign for so long, just a reminder to hold on.